Hello everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, September 4th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. First up, was there a Panda reversal? So I'm looking at a lot of data, not just mine, but a lot of the forums out there, and the people are saying as of like a couple weeks ago, all the gains or all the changes saw in the Panda 4.2 algorithm when it released and it was a slow update, all those changes seem to reverse themselves. And I'm looking at my own data too. Let me take a look here and show you. You can see here, let me just zoom in here a little bit. You can see here, this is when Panda hit, all right? So Panda 4.2. You can see here's my traffic before Panda when I was impacted by the Panda 4.1 algorithm. After 4.2, you can see my Google traffic went up significantly. And then around, I guess, August 14th or so, right around here, you can see the traffic is now back on par with the pre-Panda 4.1 results. So it seems like some type of reversal happened. This is my data, but if you ask other people too, they're all saying the same thing. Anybody who was positively impacted by the Panda algorithm that was released back in the other month now is seeing it being reversed. Those who saw sites that should have been impacted that were not, and now seeing it no longer impacted. So it's very interesting to see what's going on. I asked Google. Google would not comment. They said they're not commenting on this, and they have nothing to share. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that Panda algorithm. Google announced this week that back to Google. So Google announced this week that app interstitials that take up most of the screen will be not considered mobile friendly. But specifically, you have to actually go from the search result, the mobile search result page, to the page that has the app interstitial. And if that app interstitial then loads and is too large on the screen, Google is going to specifically say this is not mobile friendly and it will not rank as well in the mobile search results as a mobile friendly web page would. So Google gave that starting November 1st. That's happening. There's obviously tools out there they can use from Google mobile friendly tools, so forth, to test your pages. And here's an example of a good and bad app interstitial. The question is, why is it just app interstitials? Why isn't it just any ads that take up a whole screen on mobile? And maybe that's because they have native app interstitial solutions, from app banners to app banners on both iOS and Android. Google made a big splash this week by revamping their logo after 16 plus years. The new logo looks a little bit like this now. You got the G, and you got the full logo, which looks something like, well, that's the microphone, and then hopefully the Google logo will come up in a second. Sometime in the near future. Just the dots have to stop dancing first. There you go. There's the Google logo. So it's a big drastic change from the previous one. I'm asking people if they actually like the new logo, and most people seem to like it. It's a split really, but we'll see. In any event, Google launched their new logo. It's a big splash this week, and it's a pretty drastic change from their previous logo. This is interesting. So the other week we reported that there was a major drop in the index status report on the Google Search Console. And this is not unusual. We often see these drops. So let me just show you some significant. Here's an example of one. So here's a static one. You see on August, I believe it was like 23rd or so, the index count dropped for everybody, and then it went back up on August 30th. But I asked Google about this last week, and Google told me specifically this change, the change in the drop, the actual drop, reflects a more accurate estimate of how many pages Google has indexed of your website. And now, the week later, after Google told me that statement, it went back to normal. So what's accurate? The drop or the new results? And Google, I went back to Google, asked them, okay, you told me this, but now things are back to normal. What's going on? And I'm waiting to hear back. Google has begun to remove the search queries report. This is the legacy report that Google had when they launched Google Webmaster Tools to track your search queries, which has been ultimately is going to be replaced by the Google Analytics, the Search Analytics report in the Google Search Console. Google has begun removing this from the Webmaster Tools. So you can no longer access it unless you go through a backdoor, which I linked to over here. but Google has removed the search queries report, which people have become accustomed to it and used to, and then telling people to go to the Google Search Analytics report in the Google Search Console. It's interesting. This whole Ashley Madison thing that happened a couple months ago, and the hack data release stuff happened. SEO companies and online reputation management companies are supposedly very busy dealing with people who were, outed about this. So if you are in the ORM business, you might be getting some phone calls from Ashley Madison customers about helping them with their online reputation management. Google News is coming out with a new a way for you to actually promote your apps. So Google's going to actually go ahead and promote your apps if you have an app and your Google News Publisher, and you actually hyperlink your app in the Google News Publisher Center. You could actually potentially come up sometimes in the news editor's pick over there. So you see this app links over there. So that's coming hopefully soon, in the next month or so. Google launched a new dynamic answer box, and this is basically for fun facts or feeling curious types of queries. And if you do a search in Google for either fun facts or I'm feeling curious, Google's going to show you this dynamic answer box, which pulls randomly from different websites quick answers. So here's an example. Is it a strawberry? And you can actually click on this, ask another question, and it will dynamically find another query and answer from different sources on the web. So it's a pretty cute feature. Obviously, you can spend all day looking at that type of stuff, so don't get caught up. So this guy actually went ahead and tried to publish over 260 potential Google ranking factors in one single document, which is pretty interesting to see. It was published at northcut.com, and it's a pretty comprehensive list of various ranking factors that may or may not be accurate. So there's actually a slide at the bottom saying what's a myth, what's a concrete example, and he used various things like Google patents, which again might not be ranking factors, to statements by Googlers that he's read over the years, as well as his own scientific methods on this solution. So you have to take a look at that. It's a pretty comprehensive list of what he thinks are the various ranking factors that Google uses. Google has launched their AdWords editor, their AdWords report editor feature, which is a really slick way of doing reporting on the Google AdWords. And now it's available to everyone. They actually add a couple more features in there to give you even more detailed reporting in there. Google launched their home services ads finally. It's finally live, so you can do a search for like San Francisco plumber or San Jose house cleaners and so forth. You'll get this new box at the top. We talked about this for the past couple months, and now it's finally officially live. Google also launched a new AdWords extension called AdWords Structured Snippets. And that basically gives you a way to build out your structured snippets, and Google's going to then show more richer text for your ad in AdWords, in the Google AdWords listings. Google Maps announced that starting next week sometime, if you want to call Google, those Google operators you call to help you with your Google Maps listings on the Google My Business Center, Google My Business, they are no longer going to be able to verify your business for you. You are going to have to go through the old verification methods, or the standard verification methods, but Google operators themselves will not be able to verify your business over the phone. Google launched a new Street View app last night. It's pretty cool. You can download the app, and as a user, you can actually just go open it up and explore different places by just fanning around. But also, if you want to contribute your own photospheres, there's an actual feature there to actually contribute. You click on it, it'll bring up the camera in your iOS or Android device, and then it'll let you do a 360 view of the area you're in. And then this is obviously Google's way of obviously showing off their Street View images, as well as getting more free from people like us. Google also revamped, or not revamped, but actually doubled their search results for health results or medical conditions. So they had like 400 when they launched it a few months ago, and now they're at actually over 900 results, or they're actually pushing out 900 results or so. Plus, they're actually giving people a way to click on a PDF link, which downloads a document that they print out and bring to their doctor. So it's pretty detailed in terms of what they've done. They actually updated the visuals a bit and so forth. Finally, Groupon posted a tweet last night, basically saying, Google, your logo is a bit too similar to ours. It says, we'll send you a bill for using our logo, Google. How does $7 billion sound to you? And I assume the $7 billion comes from their rejected offer where Google offered them $6 billion to acquire them back in 2012, and Groupon said no, and now Groupon's probably really upset that they said no. But the logos don't even look that similar. If you take a look, they're not that similar at all. So I guess it's just a joke and so forth. Anyway, today is Sunday. I'm sorry. Today is Friday, September 4th, and this is the search news we cover on the Search Engine Roundtable at SERoundtable.com. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.